there are certain responsibilities, there are certain aspects or rules that we have to follow, right? So some of the professional responsibilities are, uh, each person has the right to respect and dignity as a human being. Okay, so as a person, you, be it a child, be it an old man, be it an infant, everyone should have the right or has the right for respect and dignity. They should be treated with mutual respect, and every person has right to self direction, self development. The counselor is no one to take a decision for the counselee, for the client. Okay, the client should take a decision. Counselor is just there to assist the process. That's all. And each person has the right of choice and responsibility for goals reached. So taking responsibility for their actions, that is also very important. And each person has right to privacy. Okay, so confidentiality, that again matters. And responsibility to students, as a counselor, you should treat the children with respect, and and it is concerned with the counselor. They should be concerned with all the educational, career, emotional, behavioral needs of the child, and the counselor should not um, ഒരു, uh, consciously encourage or consciously try to um, force their personal interest, their personal values on the client. Okay, for example, personally, I like only, I want the everyone to become engineers and doctors. I don't encourage them taking up any other courses. If that is my attitude, so I shouldn't be consciously trying to, make them move in that path. Okay, so my values, my lifestyle shouldn't be forced on the clients. That is what they say, and is responsible for keeping informed of laws, regulation, policies. Okay, so regarding the counseling sessions, what all rules will be following, what all the contract they have to sign the consent form, right? So what technique will be using, how many days will this intervention go for? So everything, if they are using assessment techniques, then what is the assessment technique, what will we do with the results? Everything should be clearly communicated. And another thing, of course, important thing is confidentiality. Okay, so the counselor has to inform about everything, about the session, about the assessment, about the results, everything to the client, and then keep the information confidential unless the information is a danger to others or the uh, client. Okay, so if the client is having antisocial activity and they have this vengeance, conduct disorder, they'll have vengeance. Okay, so they're telling that, okay, so day after tomorrow we are planning to kill a person. So at that point of time, the other person is in danger. At that point, you can give the information. Or if the child is having suicidal ideation, then again, disclosure of information is possible. Then request of court to disclose should be done only with counselee's permission. So if the court is telling you, okay, give the report, okay, whatever the counseling session was, give the report, then we should get the sign from consent from the counselee, only then give to the court. Okay, and um, according to the school policies also, sometimes school tells that whatever information you're collecting, you should submit it to the school. So at that point, you have to follow that. And um, according to the rules or ethics of counseling and rules and ethics of the land, your country, whichever country you are in, according to that, we should follow all the rules. And counseling plan. Okay, so there should be a proper communication with about the counseling plan. What are we going to do? There'll be 8 sessions. In each session, what will we do? Everything should be clearly communicated. And the counselee have freedom of choice. If they want to stop or if they want to withdraw the consent at any point, then uh, um, that should be respected. Okay, at any point of time, for example, earlier the student gave the consent, but in middle they are thinking that, okay, I'm not ready for this, I'm not giving you the consent, means then we should stop that. Okay, then another thing is dual relationship. It is always dual relationship in the sense you are somehow in some way related to the client. Okay, maybe you are the relative, maybe you are friend of the relative, friend of the child's relative. So you are having a dual relationship. You are a counselor and you are somehow connected personally to the client. In that case, it is always better to not do counseling. Avoid situations like that. Okay, so um, the dual relationship is not good, and then appropriate referral. So whenever the client feels or the counselor feels that they cannot handle a particular problem, immediately refer to the other people. Okay, so referral is very important. Then group work. So um, like we told, it's a collaborative process, right? Teachers, parents, student, counselors, everyone is involved in this. So the group work, it can reduce the harm, psychological harm, physical harm of the client. And when it is danger to self and others, immediately information should be should be disclosed to authority, to the teachers, to the parents, like that. It should be disclosed. And student records, it should be clearly and properly maintained. Okay, so student record, whatever they can be, whatever assessments we did, what was the sessions about. So that record should be properly maintained. It is an evidence also, evidence for your work. So if there is a case later, so in the court, you have to provide the evidence, right? So that in that case, student records are very important. Then evaluation, assessment, and interpretation. So once we are doing a particular assessment, everything, the scoring, interpretation, how do you keep the results, what the results will be used for, everything should be properly uh, explained. And the result shouldn't be misused, right? And proper interpretation, proper scoring should be given. Okay, so the computer technology, they should have, the counselor should have some knowledge about the computer technology, because now everything is online. Counseling is also online now. So it should have, counselor should have that. Then peer help programs. So we told about peer assisted teaching, right? So when we are doing that, proper supervision should be there. Okay, so it shouldn't be like, okay, uh, you leave two children in classroom and then you go. It's not like that. Proper supervision should be there throughout the process. And responsibility to the parents. Again, we should understand that as parents, they have certain responsibility, they have certain rights over the child. Okay, so if the child is below 18 years, or if the child is in school, they consent from them is not just enough. Consent from parents is also required, because children, why do we need that? They are not in a stage where they can properly analyze everything and take a decision, especially regarding a therapy and all. Okay, so they might not understand the whole concept. So parents' rights should also be respected, and we should adhere to all the laws and guidelines when assisting the parents. Okay, so some parents expect that the counselor should tell everything the child told. So you can refrain from that. You can tell that, oh, no, it's confidentiality matters. So the child has told some points with with the trust that the counselor will not tell it to anyone else. So you should respect that. And some parents will tell that, okay, so you don't tell anything, we'll tell you what, no, we'll tell what you should tell to our child. So she's not listening to us, so she might listen to you. So we'll tell you what all to tell. Just tell her that. That kind of attitude will be there. That is not possible. Okay, so you tell that, you can you respectfully communicate that to the parents. And professional responsibilities. So we deal with so many systems, we deal with so many other professionals like police officers, medical people, then teachers, school management. So you should have a collaborative, good relationship, professional relationship with everyone. And another thing is treating colleagues with professional respect, courtesy, and fairness. Okay, that should also be there. And another thing is when we share the information with other professionals, one thing it can be to promote awareness, or it can, if you have any doubts, then to clarify that can be done. Then to have a proper treatment uh, method, to have that you can sharing information can be done. And if there is a referral, then again all the information should be clearly informed to the new counselor. And to the school, the counselor, the responsibilities to the school are to they have to support and protect the education program, then inform if there is any if there can be any disruptive or damaging activities or behavior to the school's mission. Then um, you can if the child has any of the if the children have any concerns regarding the school's rules, regulations, and everything, they can convey that. And they can assist in developing curriculum in educational procedures and systematic evaluation of the school's program, that can also be done. And to the community, you deal with so many all aspects of communities, right? So make sure you contribute something for the community also. And for self, uh, be updated, do the research, improve your skills. Everything is very important. And multicultural skills, we told, right? In school, in a school in Chennai, you will have students from all the states. So multicultural ഒരു attitude respecting the multicultural aspect should be there for the counselors. And to the profession, always remember, you are a professional, and there are certain ethics for this profession. Follow that, right? And don't misuse this profession for any personal gain. That shouldn't be done. And um, yeah, clearly distinguish between statements and actions made as a private individual and a professional. Okay, so it is always interdependent. One shouldn't be damaging to the other, personal self and professional self. And this is how you maintain a student's record. It is given here, and a form of referral is also given here. Okay, so I think this is it. There any doubts in this till what I discussed till now?